Hey everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. If you're here now, that means that you're here early, and I salute you in doing that. So, tonight's show is going to be a little different. We have some new friends with us today, some new members of Hooping Live. We had a great interview last week. We liked everyone that came in, so if you were part of that meeting, then thank you for being there, because we're pretty grateful. And there is the application to be part of the Hooping Live team on hoopinglive.com. So if you want to go there, you can check under Join the Team, fill out the application, and send her on in, and we'll contact you when we contact you. And what else is going on with my life? What is my life? Jenna's going to be a little bit late today, but she will be here. But we have a new friend with us, and she is a new hooper, kind of. But she is super passionate, and she kind of proposed the idea that maybe having more of a kind of different levels of hooping on the show would be smart, so y'all can relate to multiple talents, and I agreed with her, and so here she is on the show tonight. I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself. She'll tell you a little bit about her history with hooping, what she does, where she's from. Unless you don't want to give out that information, then no pressure. And if you want to do a demo, you can. I know it's a little nerve-wracking to do demos on live shows. This is our first time ever doing this, so let's send her some love in the comments below. And like always, grab your hoop and be sure to leave comments down below if you want us to help you learn anything today. If you see something done on the show, we can help you work with that. Just let us know what we did, and we'll try to teach you. And if you just have any comments and you just want to say something and get it out to the world, I will be that voice for you tonight on Hooping Live. So, Michelle, if you want to go ahead and take over.
Thank you for the intro.
Yes.
Hi, Hoopers. My name is Michelle. I am from Long Island, New York. I have been hooping since about February, I want to say. So I'm a fairly new hooper. I consider myself to be a beginner, intermediate. And basically, I wanted to talk to you about show notes. It's a new feature that Hooping Live has. It's something that we've been working on slowly yet surely. We're getting it together. Show notes are a new feature for all of you viewers who, I hope that you watch the show live, but if you missed something or you want to rewatch something that Audrey talked about or Jenna talked about, what they are, the show notes are timestamps, and Craig also mentions them as hot links, which jump you to a moment in the video from Hooping Live where you can watch Audrey talk about shoulder hooping, or like last week, how to get the hoop from your legs to your waist, or watch Jenna talk about Wakarusa or LED hoops. So it's really great whether you missed the show or you just want to re-watch something. It's such easy access, and I think it's so great. And again, just be patient with us. The team is working on it. Obviously, there are so many episodes for us to catch up on that we're working on it. But we already have some show notes up, and yeah, so it really just helps you get to different topics that we talk about. So I like it, and
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Did you want to do a demo tonight, or do you want to practice and do it next week?
How about you do it, and if I'm feeling in the mood,
all right, that sounds good. I don't want to pressure anyone, and Jenna should be in here shortly, but yeah, like Michelle said, it's pretty much going to be like an index for the show. If you want to go back and watch a demo or something, or hear about a topic, it'll give you easier access instead of just clicking through the video. So I am super excited for it. Show notes are great, and if you guys ever have any suggestions, always feel free to let us know. You can email us at info@hoopinglive.com, or you can send us a message on Facebook or say something on the show. We're always looking for suggestions and whatnot. So awesome times are happening here today in Hooping Live Studios. aka my house. And also I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I am totally getting a cold, and I'm a little stuffily, as you can probably tell. But yeah, please love me. Okay, so I'll do a quick demo. For those of you who don't know, my name is Audrey, also known as Audrey here on the YouTubes, and I've been hooping for about 4.5 years, and passionately hooping for about 4.5 years. I am primarily a HoopPather, which means I go by the way of the HoopPath community, which is what Baxter has created. It's really cool. If you haven't checked it out, definitely recommend checking out the HoopPath and trying to go to the retreat. We're going to have some really cool stuff coming up that involves the HoopPath in HoopPathing the HoopPathing. So yeah, get excited for it, because I sure know I am. So let me move my chair here 1 second. Okay. Hey, watch it. No one invited you. Ouch! It hurt me so. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I just brought pain upon my body. So, okay, so there was that and a bag of potato chips. So yeah, and we have a couple comments, and if we don't get through all the comments tonight, we can try to roll them over into next week's show. We've been getting a lot of comments lately, so if you want your comment read before the end of the show, I definitely recommend sticking them in there now. If you don't have one, don't feel pressured. Yeah, go ahead and leave your comments, and we can start talking about those and get an awesome conversation started. So we have our first comment from Nicolina. Says, hello, welcome to all the new faces helping out. I think this is a great chance to get more involved in the show and love the community and show the love. Huh? I think this is a great chance to get more involved and show the love the community has. Hoop question. Any drills that you put in your personal practice? Yes, I have a couple, but I'm going to let Michelle answer this question first. I'm going to let Michelle think about that question.
Let me think. That's a really good question.
Yeah, it is great. Drills, yes. Primarily, I do things that I learned at HoopPath and kind of work with those. But there's something called the challenge, or the Hooper challenge, or whatever. I think I'm calling it the right thing. I think it's a challenge or something. And pretty much what it is warming up all planes and things of your body. So what you do is you start around your waist. You can do it to music, you can do it silently, but you start in your first current. Make sure you're not doing any raptor arms. You're putting your, you don't even have to be like dancing or anything. You can just have them out to the side. You can have prayer hands, whatever feels comfortable for you. I don't suggest going like this though. You're not like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So anyways, start around your waist, and then you can either record yourself talking and play it back, or you can just say in your head, and then you'll go reverse. Reverse. And you do both currents around the waist, and then you go come up. If any of you guys are doing this with me right now, that's pretty awesome. So, and you can turn if you want, but I think the ultimate challenge is you don't turn and you just stay in one spot. So okay, so we're chest hooping now, shoulder hooping, and then you go reverse. Oh my god. Reverse. And what it does is it helps you drill all of these moves into your muscle memory for hooping, and then you can go back down to your waist, and then you reverse, and then you can, what we have called earth and sky angle, so you can pretty much go through everything that you like want, pretty much core related work, it's not really any off the body, and you'll go earth, 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 and go down into angled hooping, and then you want to chi the hoop back to center, and then you go sky, chi the hoop back to center, and then you reverse. Oh god. It's hard to do. It is. And then you chi back to center, and sky. Sky, second current. Back to center. Okay, you guys get the drift. So anyway, that's a really great way to like drill in things to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so
Yeah, I think that's really great. I think that going in opposite current is really good to open up your hooping and your dance movements. I actually haven't done that. It rung a bell, to me when you said that you start waist hooping, because that's what I do first. Is I do almost I ground my feet to the earth, and I really focus on just moving my hips. I don't move my legs so much. So I don't know if you want me to try to demonstrate, but basically. You cannot see this. Okay, now you can. So instead of just going like forward and back or side to side, I really just kind of move my hips together. Can you see this?
yeah.
Move my hips and kind of just move my arms. As Audrey has said, the way that your arms want to move. And then I sort of just spin around. And then from there, I automatically just want to break and go my opposite current a bit. But typically I'll just kind of at least drill and just kind of ground myself and move my arms and really stretch out that way. So
Awesome. Yeah, that is really great. And doing a combination of all of those things is super important, but kind of figuring out what works for you is always really great.
Mm-hmm.
I think if we think of anything else, we'll let you guys know. Moving on for the comments, we have a hello, Miss Audrey from Fred. Hello, Mr. Fred. Hope you are having a great time watching Hooping Live tonight. Skippy Maru says, hey there, nice to see your show live. Thank you. I don't know if I know you, but thank you. Glad to see you're here today. Have we heard any word from our little bird, Jenna? She's coming, never mind. Am I on mute? No. I am talking to myself now, which is...
We can hear you.
Yeah. Actually, on that note, another thing that I really like to do when like training is put down my hoop a lot and try to figure out how my body likes to move, or maybe necessarily not listen to music while I'm hooping and kind of just trying things that are different. But I mean, I know a lot of like the really intense hoopers actually do train. I mean, it's not like where they're like, drill sergeant-ing, but they do work very hard and do very rigorous work to get where they are. Like Tiana, Brecken, I mean, all of them work their butts off to get where they are. And I know it can be hard because a lot of us don't have big circus spaces to do that stuff in, but if you can try to figure out how to get something like that, it'd probably be helpful. So moving forward, we have another comment from Skippy Morrow again, says, I may have to put on some music as I watch you. I hope you don't mind. I don't mind. We won't be able to hear your music. We can't hear you. So you guys can do whatever you want. You guys could be like doing things that we don't want to see, and we would never know or hear it. So how about it, Skippy? So yeah. Anyway, it is good. To drill. In terms of Hoopso, I wanted to update you guys that we have kind of a sponsor-ish sort of thing, but we get our hoops from Bonnie Brown. They're really well-crafted hoops. You can find her link on the hoopingLIVE website. A lot of people ask me where I got my hoop or what kind of hoops I recommend, and Bonnie is kind of like the say-all for me. And I don't know. I really love her work, and that's actually, I think Michelle and I both have Bonnie Brown hoops tonight.
Yeah.
Audrey, let's get screen caps of both of you with the hoop. Let's get you first. We can use this for the thumbnail. Okay. Hold still on 3. 1, 2. Got it. Okay. Now, Michelle, hold yours.
Okay. Same hoops.
Okay, and hold still. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I love Bonnie Brown's hoop. She was super convenient with shipping it to me quickly for an event that I had. It is so well crafted. She put so much thought into it. She put little notes and sparkles in the box, and just it is. And she gives instructions on how to really take care of your hoop before even putting it together, and which was helpful because as a beginner hooper, I really didn't know much about that. So that was really helpful.
Yeah,
so I would definitely recommend her.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I've never ordered a hoop from her, so I don't. Sorry, I don't know. You know, I know that like her workroom at her house is epic. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, order from Bonnie Brown if you want to be one of the cool kids. It looks like Jenna Drake has entered. I don't see her though. Oh, there she is. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hi, Jenna.
I don't think we can hear you again. So yeah, we've been talking about a couple things, but before we have you answer the question, do you want to do your introduction?
Sure. Okay. So as Audrey said, hey guys, I'm Jenna. If you haven't watched the show before, if you have, you already know who I am. I've been hooping for just over 3 years, and yeah, it's been a great journey. So I love it.
Of course, of course. Oh, there you are. You're not frozen. Is she frozen for you guys?
She was. Now she's okay. You're good.
Okay, good. Are you using, is your internet? Okay, all right. Do you want to do a demo?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful. Girl, get it. That's gorgeous. Your angles are on point.
Oh, thank you.
That was so good, Jenna.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Awesome. Thanks, Jenna. So we have a couple questions, and I think it'd be helpful to get as much input as we can on this one. But do you have any like personal drills that you do with your hooping?
I think the main one I try to focus on is Baxter's challenge or whatever he calls it at HoopPath.
I just talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually we just did a demonstration of it. So see, guys, told you, that's what's up. I was trying to think though, like how we could distribute the challenge for those of you that don't, I don't know, want to talk in your head. Like if there's like some video that we can make where it's like the challenge thing, like almost like a workout video that you watch and do with it. Like the hoopingLIVE, HoopPath, hooping challenge. I don't know. It could be cool. If you guys like that idea, let me know, because that could be really fun to make with everyone. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have so is it just a challenge or what else?
It's basically a challenge, and then I really like to focus mainly on footwork because it's something that I struggle with the most. And I know a lot of other hoopers also struggle with footwork. I've gotten really good at my arms and using my arms in different ways thanks to HoopPath, but footwork is definitely something I struggle with. So I guess there's not really like a routine or anything that I do. I just kind of try to bring all of my attention down to my feet and making my feet look pretty.
That's awesome. Yeah, Jenna, for those of you who don't know, how long have you been hooping again? 3 years?
3 years.
She has gotten really, really good. So lots of love to that. So let's move on to the rest of the comments. From Dreaded Skippy has another comment for us today. Says, yeah, she is a very good hooper. So you're a very good hooper. All of us are. All of us hoopers are good hoopers. God, I'm such a good singer. Okay. Dreaded says, hello, I've been trying to master leg hooping and being able to bring it back to my waist. Any tips to master this? You are so lovely. Much love and light to you. Yeah, I can give a quick tip, and we'll have everyone kind of talk about it, so we have all walks of hooping, all hooping of hooping happening. So leg hooping is hooping around the knees. For those of you, whoa, I go low, gotta get low, hey. Oh wow, that was really cute. Okay, so you can hoop around the legs. You can keep your legs together and kind of just like move them however you want. I like to see how much I can like move my legs while still like knee hooping. So it depends on what you like to do, but if you're just kind of trying to get it back up, you can do a couple different things. You can do like a shimmy, where you kind of take both knees and kind of go like this, and then I'll slowly kind of raise the hoop up. It looks a little spazzy. You can also kind of take your knee and bump it, which is cool. You can, there's like a way that you can kick it up, but I've never quite understood that one. Bonnie Brown does it pretty well. She like yeah, or something, but it doesn't do that. It goes on the waist instead. And what else? You can also obviously grab it and pull it up. But what I like to do personally is I kind of like to turn and do it and just kind of gradually push the hoop up. It's kind of that pitter-patter motion, but a little bit more graceful. So yeah, Jenna, do you have any tips for that?
I think whenever I do like bringing it up from my excuse me, when I bring it up from my knees to my waist, I do the shimmy or whatever Audrey was calling it. Like she explained, you kind of just like alternate your legs and it brings it up. Another helpful tip when you're wanting to bring it up is to turn in the direction that you're going, and if I don't drop the hoop, it'll just kind of shimmy its way up back to your waist. But yeah, that's my little tips for it.
Awesome. Thank you. Michelle, do you have anything as kind of a newer hooper that you want to add?
I actually do, and I think the biggest thing that I do is I turn when I am trying to get it back up. It's the same thing as trying to get it moving around your shoulders. It just, that slower movement helps, and then I shimmy it up. But also something I learned from Deanne Love, if you've ever heard of her, she has great tutorials on YouTube, is I think something that a lot of hoopers don't realize is that they get so carried away sometimes with just wanting to get like hooping down that it's really helpful to start out by, can you see this? And if I drop it, I'm going to make you all feel great if you can't get like hooping. But start kind of moving, can you see? Move it down to your butt. Well, that's not even, I mean, move it down as high up as you can. This is really low. But basically, you want to start out shimmying it up, and turning and shimmying it up. And basically, you want to get, I didn't really demonstrate it really well, but you want to gradually get lower with the hoop because you really want to at least have that control with your hips and then get lower gradually as you improve. So that's something that I learned from her. And another cool trick is when I drop it, if it just falls on the ground, so now it's on the ground, right? So what I do is I put it over 1 foot. Can you see that? Over 1 foot. And then I kick it back and grab it with my hand. And then I just kind of spin it around. I don't know if you could see that, but you can kind of grab it that way. So don't worry if the hoop falls. There's always something you can do to make it seem like, oh, I meant for it to fall, you know?
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Don't be afraid to have it drop.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool, thanks. So I hope hopefully all that information can help you guys with that. We need to move on to the comments. But we have a comment from the infamous, you know what I meant. She goes, "Sup, Audrey? Mwah, mwah. Just wanted to thank you and thank all of the viewers for the outward spiral support. I've been getting a lot of custom requests and sales on my Etsy shop from the viewers using the hoopingLIVE code. Love to you all." And then she gave the Etsy, Katie Butt gave the Etsy website, which is on our website, but if you are in the comments, you should be able to see hers if you want to go ahead and click on it now and make it a new tab. So yeah, hi Bonnie, we love you, and we have 2 Bonnie Brown hoops tonight on the show, which is awesome. So it looks like we have a couple comments from Solfino, Pino, whatever, don't know how to say it. Just want to give a shout out and a hello to everyone out there. So Sol says hello, and we all say hello back. What are you doing? Was out LED spinning the other night during an interactive art event downtown. Wound up getting swarmed and surrounded by specters, wondering if I was a part of the show. Was fun as always. I find it a bit daunting to have the fair few chakra. The fair few strangers that get too close while I'm spinning and don't quite get that. I can probably bop them by accident if they try to get too close. Have you ever gotten swarmed in such fashion? And what do you do about the ones who try to get too close in the action? I usually respond with twirling away from them and try to create more space again. So I guarantee you most everyone who is a hooper has probably experienced this in some way, or they will at some point, especially being a girl and going to like drum circles and stuff. You know, there's always the bros and stuff, or the people that just are getting too into it. And I was really nice at first about it and kind of just like let it happen, but after a while I couldn't anymore, and I would usually start either violently hooping and like hit them, like I'd break and paddle the crap out of them, And if they didn't stop then, I'd get more aggressive and say, can you please give me more space? I can't do this with you so close. And if you want to watch, then you're going to have to move because I won't be able to do anything with you getting into my personal space. Or you can go the Bonnie Brown method, which is just be like straight up blunt and be like, Bonnie, if you guys have not met her, she is as gentle as a lamb, but she is such a fiery little creature, and she will just tell people like, okay, story time. We went out to have lunch the other day, or like dinner. It was actually a couple weeks ago, and some old drunk guy came up to her and I and said, I'm making a bet with my friends over there that you all are sisters. And we kind of looked at each other and laughed, and I said, I guess in a way we're kind of soul sisters. And Bonnie's just kind of looking at this guy like, what is he going with? And he goes, yeah, so are you two like lovers? And we're like, and she goes, seriously, dude? Oh. And I was like, oh my god, I don't think I've ever heard Bonnie say that before. It was so funny. And this guy just like looked at her like, needless to say, he went away. But anyway, sometimes you just gotta be aggressive with people. Jenna, do you have any tips for this?
Well, I've never really gotten like swarmed in public. I mean, definitely when I've been at shows at like the Midland or whatever in KC, it's super crowded and there are drunk people and drugged up people everywhere who are like, oh my god, lights, and like come running up to me, and usually I start doing like the helicopter or any kind of wide off-body move. Yeah. So when it kind of like runs past their face or hits them, they're like, oh, like, and they kind of learn to back up. But when it comes to like being in public and even just in general, if you're uncomfortable with strangers watching you, I mean, it's kind of hard, I know, but like Audrey said, just be blunt about it and just be like, hey, you're making me really uncomfortable. You need to leave. Like, where we hoop here in Lawrence, Lawrence has a pretty big homeless population and a pretty big drunk person population, being a college town. So we get a lot of people who will just stop and stare at us. We've had people who will stop and take pictures and videos of us, and that makes us really uncomfortable. And we've kind of all come up with different ways of dealing with it. Some of us will just stop and just stare directly at the person until they get really uncomfortable and walk away. Or we'll just say, please leave, please just leave, and they'll go away. But yeah, just do whatever you can to get people away from you. If it feels right to you, do it. If it involves violence, I'm not condoning violence, but if it works, go for it.
And it depends on the level, but definitely make sure that you're always safe. Safety is priority. Michelle,
and go with your gut. If you're feeling like, this isn't good, go with your gut and get out of there.
Oh,
you know.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I completely agree. Do you have any experiences with this, Michelle?
I don't, but I think you both had great advice about opening up your space and being vocal about things and saying if something bothers you, and yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so let's move on. Hopefully that answered your question. If you have anything else that you want to follow up on that, just let us know in the comments below, and we will help you out. So we have a comment from Michaela Purdue. I'm digging the tape on your hoop, Audrey. Thank you. I got it from Bonnie Brown. It's a color-changing tape, which is epic. Skippy Maru, we have another comment, says, that would be a cool idea for a video, but I would suggest not to wear black, as black is a boring color. Black shows up as a negative on camera, colors are more and friendly to the eyes. Yes, absolutely. We will cross that bridge when we get to that bridge. Right? Oh, is that close? Maya Merrick says, what cool moves do you do when you drop the hoop? That is a great question. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Jenna and I are very fond advocates of dropping the hoop. And it's become almost kind of a popular thing to drop the hoop. I mean, a lot of people used to like edit their drops out of their videos, but now everyone just kind of leaves them in. I definitely did that at one point, but now I'm just kind of like, you know, if I drop the hoop, if someone's like watching my video and they're like, oh my god, this girl is awesome, and then I drop my hoop, they're not going to be like, huh, not watching her anymore. Like, that's just logic. You know, you just got to use your logic sometimes. So I definitely say drop the hoop, and because if you're not dropping the hoop, you're not learning. Wise words from the Audrey. Okay, so drop the hoop. I like to do stuff where, let's see here, hold on a second. Let's see. So you drop the hoop on the ground. You can do something where you kind of come down like this and bring it back up. Sometimes if I drop it, I'll take this moment to kind of like dance around the hoop. And then you can like bend down and then kind of bring it up like this. You can always do the little jump starter kick thing or whatever. I'm not going to do that here, but it's where you kick it up onto your knees. If you drop the hoop and it bounces, you can try to grab it like this and spin it on your hand, bring it back up. Yeah, there's like a bunch of interesting ways. Folding is actually kind of a way of making creative mistakes happen. So if you're doing this, instantly like drop the hoop, you can start kind of doing different folds and playing with that. Yeah. Jenna, what's your advice?
It's pretty similar to what Audrey said. I kind of go with kickstarts, and if you don't know what a kickstart is, I will try to do it. Hey, look, there's a cat. Hello, cat. Anyways, the way I do kickstarts is I put it over my right foot, kind of. Here, I'll do it this way. So it's like at the edge and not the top, because I get more momentum like that. And then you just step out and like bring this foot forward, and it'll push it around. I don't have room to actually do it. Then you like hop in and I'll ankle hoop for a second and bring it up to my knees. Another thing that I do if I drop it is I just kind of stand on it and bring it up. And then from there you can either pick it up and isolate, or you can go into an escalator and bring it up that way. That's mainly what I do. Or I'll just be silly and be like, oh, I dropped the hoop, and just accept it and move on.
Awesome. Yeah, that is some good advice there too. Yeah, dropping the hoop is cool, guys. Go with it. Michelle, what do you do when you drop the hoop?
I'll explain this really briefly, but this is another trick that I learned from Deanne Love. Watch her tutorials if you haven't. They're really great. They're the first ones I ever learned from. For all of you trick-based hoopers, this might be cool for you. I wish I could do the kickstart into the leg hooping, but I can't yet. So this is what I do. So if I drop it, can you see I put the hoop on top of my foot? Okay. And basically, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this whole thing, but I have it on top of my foot. I put my arms out, and it's really hard. Try not to kick yourself in the face, but I bring my knee up to my face or up to my chin, and I jump through it like that. And then you can kind of, you know, twirl it around. So, yeah, I just kind of start like this and jump through like that.
Cool. Yeah, that's great. If you guys want any further instruction on that, let us know. We are going to wrap the show a little early tonight, but if your comment did not get answered, we will answer it next week. We are going to have a lot of cool stuff coming up, and if you have any requests for anything that you want to see, or if you want to like have a certain kind of guest on the show, just send us some sort of message or some kind of comment so we can make that happen for you, because we want to have the show be about you guys, which is what makes the show go round, y'all. So yeah, Michelle, if you want to go ahead and give your contact information, and do you want to do a demo?
Do we have time for a demo?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay. Let's just see what I come up with.
All right.
For all you new beginner hoopers, this is all for you. Because I don't hoop in front of people, like, ever, especially live. Because I am one of those people who cuts out my drops and stuff. But you all see this?
Yep, you're good. Beautiful.
Okay.
Good job. That was wonderful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Jenna, you want to go ahead and give your contact?
Yeah, for sure. If you guys want links to like my YouTube page, if you want to subscribe to me on YouTube or friend me on Facebook, follow me on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, or on my Hoop City page, anything like that, you can either go to our website, hoopingLIVE.com, and go to the little host section where my name is, and there will be a link to my flavors page. Or if you just want to go directly to my flavors page, it's flavors.me/Jenna Drake.
Awesome. Thanks, Jenna. And for those of you who didn't hear it in the beginning, my name is Audrey, also known as Audrey here on YouTube. And you can find me on the Hooping Live website, hoopinglive.com. You can also find all of my links there for YouTube, Facebook, the Twitters, all that good stuff. So if you want to learn more about the show, be sure to check out the website. Big thanks to Craig Ship tonight for being the captain of the ship. Get it? I'm so clever. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching tonight, and we will see you next week. Happy hooping, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.